For some people, FCA is just a fun thing to do on Friday mornings, but for me, it's where my new life began. I'm Madasyn, and this is my testimony. So from about when I was very little to 5th grade year, I didn't really believe in Jesus, or I believed in him, but I wasn't really that faithful in him. So when I was younger, I never really thought about my faith and if God was even real. I grew up in a household that was not the very best. My dad was a drug addict and was abusive, and my sister, my mom, and I were stuck. Later on, we got away, but I still didn't have faith due to the trauma. I would always think that if there was a God, then he didn't love me because of what he put me through. Later on, I moved back to Indiana, and I started going to church with my family. At this time, I felt that I had a chance with God and that it would all be okay. After getting better in my faith, it took a huge turn. My uncle that was like a best friend to me had passed away. After that day, I thought that there was no way to get better from there, and that no matter how hard I tried, I would never have a relationship with God. I would feel as if I was never good enough and that this was God's way of punishing me. Turns out I was wrong. Years later, I started to go back to church, but I was still far from God, but that all changed my 6th grade year. When I moved to the middle school, I went to FCA for the first time, and I loved it a lot. I always loved how there was no judgment and I could share my life with people I never thought I would ever talk to. My faith grew a lot, and now instead of shutting down when something bad happens, I see that God is working with me and he will get me through it because it is happening for a reason. What really made me realize that FCA is a key part of my life was when my heart problems came back after not having them for years. I have been in and out of many hospitals, and I have been through so much this past month, but I don't let it get to me because I can come to FCA and share with people instead of questioning why it is happening, and we look at how we can make it better. For some people, FCA is just a fun thing to do on Friday mornings, but for me, it's where my new life began.